Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
A South African mother who killed her 3 little girls just 5 days after moving to a quiet seaside town in New Zealand has launched an appeal against her murder convictions. Anne Dickason, 41, was recently sentenced to 18 years jail after a jury found her guilty of murdering daughters Leanne, 6, and 2-year-old twins Maya and Carla on September 16, 2021. Justice Mander did not impose a life sentence on Dickason or declare a minimum time before she could apply for parole, as he believed doing so would be unjust due to her poor mental health. He made an order under the Mental Health Act, which detained Dickason as a special patient in Hillmorton Hospital's secure mental health unit. It was decided the mother could apply to be transferred to prison for the remainder of her sentence if she was deemed well enough. She currently remains hospitalized. This was in spite of a jury voting 11-1 that Dickason did murder her children and did not commit the act in insanity or infanticide, where a mother kills her child due to a disturbed mind. 6 weeks on from sentencing, Dickason has appealed against her convictions, the New Zealand Herald reported. Her legal representatives filed a notice of appeal against conviction in the Court of Appeal on July 23. Anne Dickason, pictured, was sentenced in June after being found guilty of murdering her 3 children. The grounds for their appeal are not yet known. If the application is successful, the courts could see a repeat of the highly emotional 5-week trial for the case last year. No date has yet been set for Court of Appeal proceedings. Dickason had admitted to smothering her 3 children to death after she unsuccessfully tried to strangle them with zip-tie necklaces. After their horrific deaths, Dickason had tucked them into their beds and attempted to take her own life. "I loved them, I wanted to tuck them in one last time," she said. The court heard the family had spent just 5 days in their new home in Timaru, 162 kilometers south of Christchurch on NZ's South Island, when the mother decided they'd made an inescapable mistake. She and her husband Graham, both qualified medical professionals, had decided to leave South Africa for a more peaceful life. However, at the time of their move, Dickason had already been struggling with significant mental health issues, the court heard. Those issues had been worsened by 17 rounds of IVF, the death of the couple's first daughter after 18 weeks of pregnancy, and their move to New Zealand being delayed by the COVID pandemic. The family of 5 spent 2 weeks in isolation before moving into their Timaru home on September 11, 2021. However, what was meant to be a fresh start for the family was viewed by Dickason as a horrific error. She hated Timaru and their depressing rental home. She was also worried her daughters would be the target of bullying at their new school. On the day of the girls' deaths, Dickason had struggled to get the children to behave and recalled one of the twins biting her clothes during an argument. She had taken the girls to the local botanical gardens, where she was reportedly warned a boy had been photographing them. This furthered her belief New Zealand was unsafe for her family. Mr. Dickason left his wife alone with their children that night to go out with colleagues. He later told police he knew Dickason was struggling with her mental health, but did not know she was capable of killing their daughters. Dickason gathered the 3 girls in a bedroom and tricked them into wearing necklaces she'd created from zip ties. She said she told her daughters, "Mummy's very sick and is going to die. I can't leave you behind because I don't know who's going to look after you." After she failed to completely choke them, she used a towel and blankets to smother them. The girls were found by Graham after he returned home. When he confronted Dickason about their deaths, she told him it was too late and fell into a catatonic state. Dickason's defense lawyer argued the mother had killed the girls due to her declining mental condition. The deaths don't have anything to do with anger or resentment and have everything to do with what was a severe mental illness, Karen Beaton KC said. She desperately wanted these children, and we know that she was a great mom, a loving and protective mother who was highly